Hello, everybody, and welcome back to All Leeds TV. Conor and Joe here. Turtleneck and bobble hat back for good. Absolutely fantastically well, everyone. Mate, I'm sure you're absolutely buzzing. Leeds United running out resounding 4-0 winners at the KC Stadium. And Joe, I tell you what, mate, should have been 10.
Yeah, I mean, mate, now then, people, I'm absolutely buzzing. Look, we basically mauled them, didn't we? We mauled the Tigers. You get mauled by the Tigers. Look, we'll get into it a little bit. First half, yeah, it wasn't great. However, second half, we turned up and look what a number 9 can do.
Weird, isn't it? So strange.
Lad, get up, Tyler, son. Absolutely buzzing. Yeah, mate. I mean, we'll get into it, but yeah, look, I think we said 1-0, didn't we? But just for us to, yeah, just absolutely put them to the sword, take chances. But even still, we still missed a few. I mean, we hit the crossbar twice or post or whatever it was. Just a great performance. I mean, the key thing for me now, Conor, son, is the fact that we have only 10 games to go. 10 games. I'm texting Sean saying, oh no, we've got 10 games, man. Oh.
10 games, 8 points clear as of yet. And I think I might eat my words, mate, but I think Fulham were lucky against Swansea at home, mate. They were lucky at Swansea at home. So Preston today could be a tricky fixture for them. Borough at home to Forest. I mean, we're not looking at what other people are doing. I mean, you kind of are naturally, aren't you? But we keep on going the way we are, mate. There's no reason. I mean, talk to me. We'll start off. I mean, there's 3 players I want to talk about. I tell you what, we'll start off with man of the match, Matthias Klick. What do you think to his performance?
Oh, he's just coming on, isn't he, man? I think the big thing for me prior to Tyler coming on is just the fact that we spoke about it in the pre-match. You know, the fact that all the lads are getting involved now. We're seeing standout performances. I mean, Klick's been great now for what? Since Brentford. He's just been absolutely fantastic, mate. Just what a performance again. I mean, even the layoff for Tyler's goal, you know, the foresight to do that, you know, to not have a go, just nice little layoff. He's just been absolutely fantastic, mate. And look, you don't start, what is it now, 83 games consecutively for Marcelo Bielsa if you ain't a great player. I know, you know, people have said, oh, he's too tired, etc., etc. It's BS. Look at the performances we've had of late from him. He's been absolutely unreal. The rest of the lads are coming up to the fort. We're in real great vein of form. I'm just absolutely buzzing. Conor, talk to me about Klick. Talk to me.
Yeah, I thought he was phenomenal, mate. I mean, obviously we're going to talk about your main man in a bit, who got the 3rd and the 4th. But I mean, he's ball in and he's running, mate. He's relentless. That George Honeyman, what was he called? He's decided to try and go for that Beckham back all of a sudden. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he was absolutely. I mean, let's be right, Joe. They were dog. They were awful. But we were by far the better team. I thought there was a little bit of a point. Obviously, you know, I'm like Joe. I like to keep it a little bit balanced. There was a point in that first half where I thought, oh, come on. You know, we had that 3 at the back, and I thought we got in at half time, absolute rocket up our arse, and we were a completely different team. And he was the focal point of that.
Yeah, and let's not pretend you're right, mate, about that first half. It was actually, I think it was at half time, they said it was the least amount of shots on goal we'd had at any point under Bielsa. We only had 2 attempts at goal. So it shows you. I think in that first half, we were resorting to going long. It seemed we were just pumping it upfield to Bamford quite a lot of the time. We couldn't really, you know, get our passes going. But you're right, mate. Rocket up the arse. The second half, we were absolutely unplayable. As is normally the case, it's just nice for us to take chances, get this win out of the way ahead of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, 8-point gap, 10 games to go, brother. 10 games, man. I can't contain myself.
Yeah. And the only thing that's standing in our way is the coronavirus, isn't it? Let's be right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to be clear, guys, that's not us mocking the coronavirus. It's serious topic, but it's just saying that everything at this moment in time, it's all going well. It is all going well, and another one, mate, I want to touch on who I thought, personally, I'd have given man of the match, Jack Harrison. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal today. I mean, just shows you, doesn't it, when he when he wants to have a strike, when instead sometimes when he's trying to overplay it, I think it's similar with Costa. When they're overplaying it, then we know they've got it in the locker. And tell you what, that Jack Harrison strike, that smacked the bar, that just summed it up, didn't it?
Unreal, mate. And I think I made notes on both. Look at, I think it's, sorry, we've scored that many, I forgot. I'm not used to this. The first goal, Harrison that keeps it in play and has a nice passage of play with Pablo, and Pablo plays a lovely ball across to Ayling. And the third goal, we start right back in left back, and again it's Harrison again who's hassling and harrying it on the touchline, gets a pass out, and we're on the break. He's pivotal. I mean, he's come on leaps and bounds from the player he was last season. Yes, he can be a little bit frustrating at times. I've said so myself. Sometimes he overplays it, but today was absolutely fantastic. He can just run all day, and he was key to two of the goals. They both start from Jack Harrison's his work rate and keeping the ball alive and playing little intricate passes close to the touchline. He was phenomenal again today. And I just wish he could get that goal. You know what I mean? That effort that he had was unreal. He's brilliant, Jack Harrison. He really is.
Yeah, mate. I mean, I completely agree. I thought he was just phenomenal today. And just as he had one, I don't know if you remember it. It was in the second half. It was after he hit the bar, and he took on. I think it was Batty, Honeyman. I think that Stewart went in for one, and he hit it. And do you know what, Joe? Me and my dad were sat there watching it, and we said, I just love the fact we're having a go at goal now. I love the fact Clicks have it. And there was a cracking opportunity. I mean, we kept going at them on counter-attacks. One which fell down with Harrison, where I nearly lost more hair. But
what, like this?
There was one with where we counter-attacked, and he got to click on the outside of the box, and he hit it. And I just turned around to my old man and I said, look, he's had a go. And I don't mind that. I don't mind us forcing the keeper. Leeds, sometimes we're culpable of overplaying. And I think that what was great about that second half is you had Harrison, you had Pablo, you had Costa, you had all going, Roberts when he came on. And that moves me on nicely, mate. I mean, what a difference when he came on. I mean, holding the ball up, having strikes on goal, confident, assured. And for me, mate, the only thing that's missing from this kid's game, if he can stay fit, he starts every day over Patrick Bamford, every day. And it's the only question mark is his fitness, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is, mate, as that performance, I'm writing Oscar's having little sex wheeze all over the gap. Because he absolutely loved Roberts. And do you know what? Look what a number. That's what we're missing, because I hate to bash, but the goals that he scored, they ain't going in if it's a certain other player. You know what I'm getting at. I mean, that the third goal, his first, I mean, the left foot strike, bang. It's a lovely finish, get out of my way, Dallas. This is going in the back of the net. And even the movement from Click's ball across and to get the header in. And like you say, he's so good on the ball. He's so good on the ball. When the attacks start, and if he's in the centre circle, for example, he's got that, he can do what Jack Harrison can do in terms of sliding out of challenges, etc., and then playing the ball into dangerous areas. And look, for me, it won't happen. But like you say, if he can stay fit, then he has to start, He's been there all along, It's just... Maybe he is the answer. It's just such a shame that he can't seem to stay fit. But yeah, and like someone's just put in the comments, it was really quality to hear the crowd going duh, 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 Tyler Roberts.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if they were just saying Patrick Bamford, and I was just like,
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was like, why?
I was like, that's a bit strange. I was like, why are they singing that for even more spot? But let's go through his goals. I mean, the third one was a cracking finish, because I thought we'd overplayed it, mate. I thought, I'm going nuts at the TV, just saying, just shoot, and he pins it, and that was just phenomenal. What a header!
Oh yeah, it was unreal, mate. It was a brilliant ball by Click, wasn't it? And great. to keep himself on side and just go at the right time. And it was a lovely header. And I just loved the strike as well. The fact that when we mentioned Costa in the pre-match. I thought Costa was really, really good today.
Yeah.
It was, he picked it up on the right-hand side, and, these bodies everywhere, and he has the foresight to play the ball through, click, one touch, there you go, have it. I don't know if he's originally aiming for Dallas, but Tyler, get out of my way, left foot, bang. And there was no stopping it, and it was great to see. And yeah, what a finish. Both goals. Shout out Tyler Roberts, get in there.
Yeah, mate. And obviously, I think we should touch on him as well. Obviously, briefly, we're having a 4-0 win, fantastic. Obviously, yeah. Joe, with Kiko last night, we'll briefly touch on that. I guess we've got have to, unfortunately. Look, that's the charge. It is how it is. I think we're just going to leave it at that, Joe. I don't think me and you have discussed it. We don't want to get into it too much on it. The charge is what it is. We go into the last 10 games with Meslier in net. So we're just going to leave it at that. But what are your thoughts, mate? What are your thoughts on Meslier's performance?
I thought when balls were coming into the box, he was quite assured. There was no flappiness. It was very much into the breadbasket, as they used to say when you'd play rugby. You know what I mean? He was pretty assured. His distribution was a little bit off. But listen, it's his first championship game. Nerves are going to play a part. The Arsenal FA Cup game, he was absolutely fantastic. But it's one game. There's a lot riding on it. Especially the amount of games that we've got left. But look, if we play like that, he's not going to get tested much anyway. And I know that's. Do you know what I mean? I know that.
Well, Kiko has. The last 3 games, Kiko's not been tested really.
No. I mean, look, beaten in 5, 4 wins on the bounce, 7 goals scored. 0 conceded, and 10 games to go, man. It's fucking happening.
No. Don't start with that. No, mate. I'm 10 games to go. You look at the games. I mean, your tough games, probably. If I'm honest, Joe, I'd probably say Swansea away. Maybe naturally that might be a bit of a toughie. Cardiff away, if they just, maybe it might be a tough one. But aside from that, mate, I think Barnsley are picking up a bit of form at this moment in time. You've got to think we can't balls this up.
No. We've said before, we got stick for it, but I said we had the best record against teams in the bottom half since Brentford. That performance did us the world of good. We knew the result didn't really matter. We just needed to perform. And since then, the whole attitude seemed to change. I want to ask you as well, because they mentioned it on Sky. Phil Hay mentioned it. It was quite interesting after the Forest result, the fact that Bielsa didn't get them in and show them, videos of the game. He actually did a rousing speech, and apparently, they all applauded him after the game. It was a bit like a rallying cry. And that seems to have done wonders, mate, because they just look a totally different unit. After the game there, I don't know if you caught it, Ayling was having a little bit of a set to with Stewart. When he went, we're up here, down there. I was like, get in, Ayling. But I want to touch on Pablo as well. Pablo's really started to come to the fore. Yes, he isn't scintillating, can't put a foot wrong. He still makes the odd error. But look, goal and assist today, 6 goals now. He's starting to, him and Click really, towards the back end now, since that Aaron run, have really started to come on. I think we just look fantastic at the minute, mate. Yeah,
no, I agree. I think it's nice to see other people getting goals as well in it. Even Ayling at the start, obviously Roberts 2 off the bench, Pablo. You couldn't have that 5 weeks ago, Joe. 5 weeks ago, that had probably ended up being a 0-0, and it'd have probably been a scrap affair where maybe we should have scored, but Bamford had missed a couple of chances. But I think now there are other people contributing. They've realised that they can have a crack from outside the box. Harris is so unlucky, mate. Fine margins. That should have been 6 today. Fine margins. A couple of inches 100%. In, and we're 6-0 up.
I think it was about 52 minutes. Costa had that chance. It was some great footwork to put it onto his left. It's a good save by the keeper. But at that point, you just knew we're turning the screw now. We're used to seeing it, but let's make sure we take our opportunities. And we did, mate. I think that 3rd goal, genuinely, I wrote it down, pure football. And I was going to say, no other team in this division score goals like that for me. The fact that we're at a left-back position, Harrison's done such great work. I can't think. I don't know if he plays it into Dallas or whatever, but it makes it all the way out from left back to Costa, who plays a lovely ball to click, one touch pass, bam, goal. And for me, no other team in this division score goals like that. It's just pure football. I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
No, you're right, and you know, we've said it before, mate. I've waxed lyrical about Brentford, but I mean, that game where we went down there, we schooled them. We should have won that game.
Yeah.
They were lucky to get out of that one alive. And you look at it now, and we're looking at our running, Joe. And who we played? We played Reading, we played Hull, we played Bristol. You know, we've had that likes. We've had the teams that aren't maybe going to be right up there, but you look at how we're playing, and we're going to be playing teams like that. So we're showing at this moment in time that we can play the bottom half teams and we can get results. We're getting past that sort of 11 people behind the ball, and Leeds having to break down. Well, we're proving right now that we can do that. So when Huddersfield come at the weekend, they might put 10 behind the ball, but we're showing now that we've got the artillery to be able to break them down.
100%, mate. And that's the thing. And like you say, there's going to be a lot on the fact that these teams are going to be fighting for survival. So they're going to have a go, right? Yeah. They are going to have to come and have a go. That goes. I mean, it's so tight. At the bottom at the minute, it's like chalk and cheese. If you think back a couple of weeks ago, it was so tight at the top. Us and West Brom had brought everyone closer. We're now starting to build up a gap, but down at that bottom now, it is so congested.
In his comment, Lee Morrell, rumour has it Ayling to get banned for 8 matches for being offensive to chickens.
What was that about?
I've no idea, mate. I've no idea. It clearly knocked that Stewart off there, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I just love that. You know, as Leeds fans, we love like that. What did you think? I couldn't help but laugh. And I know I don't want to get ahead of myself, but when the Leeds fans were singing, Leeds are falling over.
I know, mate. Yeah.
Yes!
I'm like that, man. I just can't. Yeah, I can't do it. But, mate, it's all positive, Joe, and you can't slight against it at the minute. Like you said, 4 clean sheets, 4 wins on the bounce. We should have beaten Brentford. They got out there with the skin of the teeth. Meslier, I think he's going to grow. I think he's going to get better. Like you said, mate, it's like having another player on a corner as well because he's 6'7". You can't.
He was so good.
He was. And I just think he's as well. Like me and my old man were saying it. Like as much as he's making the mistakes, he's got a swagger about him. He's got a swagger about him, and I've got a real good feeling about him. And you know, we've not had this before, mate. We haven't gone into the final 9-10 games of the season with this sort of run of form before. I can't remember the last time we've done it, so it's all positive, mate.
Yeah, we had that fallout, mate. It's happened. I said it after. Look, we all accepted the fact. The players accepted the fact. Yeah, we fell apart again. Everyone loved it, but I'm just thankful it happened when it did because now we've turned a corner, undefeated in 5. Look at the next 4, Conor. Yeah, in that next 4 games, we've got 3 at home against Huddersfield, Fulham, and Luton. You know, you've got to look at them and think, do you take 7? I mean, we want maximum, I get it, but next 4 games, which would leave us with 6 left, you've got 3 of them at home. We could put ourselves in such a strong position, especially if we can put Fulham to the sword. That's a huge game because if they are still knocking on the door, you put them to the sword at Ellen Road, then confidence-wise, it's just massive, isn't it? It's huge.
No, I think, you're right, mate. And I think another couple of wins and maybe a draw for Fulham, a couple of draws, maybe even a loss thrown in there, wherever it is. That for me, I mean, I was wrong about Brentford. Brentford might still come back in. Listen, there's 30 points still to play for. So Brentford,
100%, yeah.
They might come back in it, you know, but they're going to have an absolute barnstorming run, and Leeds are going to have to capitulate, which at this moment in time, I just don't see happening. And like you said, mate, with the fixtures coming up, I think we've got a lot more options than last year. And, you know, you're looking in the comment section and people are saying Forest are worrying me. I agree, but, you know, Forest, I do think are the ones that are going to be closest to us. But if we keep doing what we're doing, they're not going to put a glove on us.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the thing with Forest is, I mean, it all depends on who they're going to play because away from home, they do really well because of the way they set up. But when they're expected to go and attack teams, it doesn't quite work out for them. Genuinely, I haven't been worried about Forest for a long time. I still aren't. But that's just been my opinion. I think I wasn't, about Brentford in the start of the season, but, they started to come into it. And up until I was speaking to Billy this morning, actually saying, look, since that result, they've had a pure fall off. I mean, we got beat by Luton, right? You know what I mean? So that's not great. I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing, and another massive game against, the dog botherers on Saturday. You know what I mean? So I just think right there, when we're looking at them, I know, like, good friend of mine, Rob, saying let's not get carried away, but I struggle to not get carried away. I struggle to contain myself. I just think there's 10 games left now. 3 of the next 4 are at home. We've just got to keep putting them away. And, we were putting teams away at 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And we were even resigned to the fact we were going to get a 1-0 win today. But the fact that we've turned the screw, we've scored 4 goals, we've looked brilliant doing it. We're spreading the goals around the side. And like you said, we do look stronger. Look at the bench today, the players that came on, Shackleton, Roberts and Alioski. Think back to last season, did we have them same options? No. Do you know what I mean? We look really strong. Can JKA come fit? What's happening there? Well, but we've still got them there. Pervader, etc. We just look a much stronger outfit now. For me,
Joe, if you can get him coming off the bench and doing that, we don't really need in there.
No.
But yeah, mate. I mean, obviously we're on about 20 minutes now, so we probably should sign off. What we're going to do is we'll probably do we're going to have to, aren't we, Joe? We'll have to do a Sunday night live tomorrow night, and we'll do it all about the weekend's fixtures. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you leave your comment in the section below. Leave a like on the video as well. Joe, anything to add, my friend?
Don't you know? Pump it up, the white cigar. Come on!
Right, guys, you got a cracking one as well. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you in a bit.
See you guys.
There you go, mate.